We are so glad to have you. If you love Jesus and you want to sing and dance a little bit, let's go ahead and stand up.
I can fly around like a superhero and know I'm strong 'cause God loves me. I can march on forward every day and not be afraid 'cause God's with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. I can jump up and down and fly around. I can always count on God. My God is number one. I can jump up and down and march on the ground. I can always count on God. My God is number one. Yes, I can fly around like a superhero, but know I'm strong 'cause God loves me. I can march on forward every day and not be afraid 'cause God's with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. I can jump up and down and fly around. I can always count on God. My God is number one. I can jump up and down and march on the ground. Yes, I can always count on God. My God is number one. I can count on God. My God is number one. Yes, I can count on God. My God is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. I can count on God. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Go. Stop and listen to what God says. Go and do what He tells you to do. Stop and listen to what God says. Go and do what He tells you to do. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Go. Stop and listen to what God says. Go and do what He tells you to do. Stop and listen to what God says. Go and do what He tells you to do. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go. Go. We're gonna stop. Be still and know He's God. We're gonna go. Let our life always show His love. Yeah. Woo! stop.
Jesus came with his disciples to a garden called Gethsemane. He said to them, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." Jesus took 3 of his disciples into the garden, and Jesus became very sad and troubled. Jesus told the 3 disciples to stay there, and he went a little farther. Jesus fell face down and prayed, "Father, if it is possible, spare me from this, but I want to do your plan." Jesus came back and found the 3 disciples asleep. He asked Peter, "Couldn't you stay awake with me for 1 hour?" Jesus went away and prayed a second time. Then he found his disciples sleeping again. He said, "Are you still asleep? Get up, for it is almost time. Someone is going to betray me." Suddenly, Judas arrived with a large crowd carrying swords and clubs. Judas kissed Jesus so the crowd would know which man was Jesus. The men grabbed Jesus and arrested him. Peter pulled out his sword to fight the man, but Jesus told Peter to put away his sword. Jesus said, "Isn't this what God planned all along?" Jesus' followers ran away, but Peter stayed nearby to watch. The men who arrested Jesus led him to the house of Caiaphas, the high priest. The religious leaders wanted a reason to kill Jesus, but they couldn't find one. The high priest asked, "Do you have anything to say? Are you the Messiah, the Son of God?" Jesus replied, "Yes, that's right." The high priest said, "Aha, he has spoken against God." Caiaphas and the religious leaders did not want to believe that Jesus is God's son. They said Jesus was lying, but Jesus was telling the truth. The crowd said, "He deserves to die." They spit in Jesus' face and hit him. A servant saw Peter and asked, "Aren't you one of Jesus' disciples?" "No, I'm not," Peter said. Twice more, as Peter watched what was happening to Jesus, someone asked him if he was a follower of Jesus. Peter lied. "No," he said, "I don't even know him." The next morning, the religious leaders decided how they would kill Jesus. Then they took him to Pilate, the governor. Jesus knew that his death was God's plan to save people from sin. Jesus' friends turned against him and he was arrested and put on trial. But Jesus followed his Father's plan in order to bring salvation to the world.